Your humidor might say 68%. That does not automatically mean your cigars are at 68%. And that gap between what the box says and what the cigars feel is where most cigar storage problems are born. Not because people don't care, but because they're trying to control something they don't fully understand yet. Today, I'm going to show you how to tell if your humidor is actually doing its job, even when your hygrometer isn't telling the whole story. Most cigar smokers are taught one simple rule. Pick a number. 65, 68, 70. Then adjust your humidor until the screen matches the number. But here's the part almost nobody explains. Your hygrometer measures the air inside the box. Your cigars hold moisture inside the tobacco. Those two things do not move together. When you open the lid, add new cigars, change humidity packs, or move the humidor to a different room, the air changes quickly. The cigars change slowly, so for hours, sometimes days, the hygrometer can look perfect while the cigars are still catching up, or drifting in the opposite direction. That's why people end up with tight draws, mushy wrappers, or flat, muted flavors, even though their box says the right number. Here's the rule that actually keeps cigars safe. Instruments show conditions, cigars show results. Your hygrometer tells you what the environment is doing. Your cigars tell you how that environment is affecting the tobacco. You need both, but they don't have equal authority. Only one of them gets lit. Let's start with the wrapper. A healthy, properly humidified cigar feels smooth, slightly springy, and flexible. You should be able to roll it gently between your fingers and feel it push back without collapsing. If it feels puffy, spongy, or soft, it's holding too much moisture. If it feels stiff, papery, or fragile, it's too dry. This is one of the fastest ways to tell whether your humidor is over or underdoing it. Next is the cold draw. Before you light the cigar, take a few pulls through it. Properly stored cigars should feel open, smooth, with just a touch of resistance. If the draw is tight or stiff, the cigar is usually too dry and the tobacco hasn't relaxed. If it feels soft, mushy, or airy, it's usually too wet and the filler is swollen. That resistance is the cigar telling you how balanced the moisture inside is. Now, let's talk about what happens once it's lit. A cigar that is in the right humidity range burns evenly, predictably, without constant touch-ups. If it burns too fast, gets sharp, or runs hot, it's usually too dry. If it keeps going out, canoes badly, or looks swollen at the burn line, it's usually too wet. This isn't about perfection, it's about patterns. Your burn behavior is one of the clearest indications that your storage environment is drifting. Ash gets overlooked, but it tells a story. A properly humidified cigar tends to produce a firm, layered, light gray ash. If the ash is crumbly, flaky, or falling constantly, that often means the moisture isn't evenly distributed through the cigar, even if the humidor reading looks normal. Now, the most important signal, the smoke itself. When the cigar is too dry, the smoke feels hot, sharp, and aggressive. When it's too wet, the smoke feels cool, but dull and muted. When humidity is right, flavors stay, layered, balanced, and consistent from start to finish. Your palate is one of the best hygrometers you own. None of this means hygrometers don't matter. They do. They just serve a different role than most people think. Your hygrometer is best at telling you change. If your humidor normally sits at 65 and suddenly reads 70, something happened. If it drops to 60, something's changed. That's your early warning system, but cannot tell you by itself whether your cigars are comfortable inside that environment. That's what the cigar tells you. Last episode, we talked about how your ideal humidity depends on your climate, your humidor, and how you like your cigars to smoke. This is how you confirm you've actually found it. Not by locking in a number, but by watching how your cigars respond to the environment you created. Here's the truth that simplifies everything. If your cigars are burning straight, drawing well, holding ash, and tasting right, your humidor is doing its job. Even if the number on the screen isn't exactly what you expected. In the next episode, we're going to break down the tools themselves, humidity packs, beads, and gels, and talk honestly about what actually works in 2026 and why. Because good storage isn't about chasing a perfect number or buying the most popular product. It's about choosing the right system and keeping your cigars in balance. Before we wrap up, I just wanted to say thank you. If you made it this far into this episode, you're not just watching, you're actually trying to understand how your cigars work. That's exactly what this channel is for. And to everyone who's subscribed recently, welcome. This series is here to give you real, usable information without the noise, the myths, or the panic that usually comes with cigar storage. You don't need to chase numbers, you just need to learn how to read your cigars. Thanks for spending your time here with me, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Honest Humidor.